welcome back to my channel and another video here. Today I have my what I wore in the month of October video, and oh my gosh, how is it already November? Like, it's November 3rd when I'm filming this, and I'm like annoyed about that because I feel like October just blew by. And you know, I read once that the older you get, the shorter time feels, and I'm starting to think that maybe I'm old because October was like, boom, gone, bye. Also, I know a lot of people probably had a similar experience, but it snowed on October 31st here. And when I woke up on November 1st, there was snow on the ground, and I was not thrilled about that either because I hate the snow. So, but as per usual for the month of October, I tried to wear Halloween or like Falloween kind of themed polishes. So anything that really fit the fall, changing of the leaves, spooky type of season. I love Halloween. I'm one of those like Halloween girlies. I don't have seasonal decor. Here's the thing. I can't have seasonal decor because Rob assigns a personality to every single thing I bring into this home, and then he feels guilty putting anything into storage. So every single seasonal target bird I have stays out year round because, Hillary, we can't put them away. That hurts their feelings. They'll be suffocated. So I've decided to make the call to never decorate seasonally because he gets a little too emotionally attached. I think he should probably go to therapy for that one, but I don't know. I don't even remember why I told you that story. So anyways, what I wore for October. So on October 1st, I started out with Dreamland Lacquer's Moon Dew. And I think I said the month before that I always forget how much I really like multi-chromes. Like in my head, I'm like, they're all the same. Like you get two in a similar colorway. They all look the same. And then I just forget to wear them. So I forget how much I actually love them. And every time I wear them, I get so many compliments on them too. So I think at the tail end of September, I was wearing one and I was like, let me real quick get another one in before I forget again that I actually love these so much. This is a recent polish pickup one that I got, and I picked it up because it said the base was like, it was like maroon or red or something like, and it does have a really weird deep reddish purpley base, but then it shifts really hard between like green and blue. And I'm like looking at my own picture over here. If you're like, what are you looking at, Hillary? I'm looking at the photo that I took. But it just has this really magnificent shift. And this is way different than any other green-blue multi-chrome I have. Like the base color really makes it unique to my collection. So I'm glad I picked this up. Then on my toes, and what is the mantra, children? Feet aren't free. On my toes, I wore Orly's Synthetic Symphony, and if I have a hand swatch, I will show you a picture of that. But I mean, who doesn't love this color? This is like a staple. This is an Orly staple. And I mean, this fits in the Halloween kind of thing because my lips are so chapped. Hang on a second. When I was a kid, my dad would always pull the wrappers off of the chapstick. He always used the black one. So I always use the black one, and I always pull the wrappers off. And I asked him once, like years ago, Dad, why do you pull the wrappers off of the chapstick thing? So I know which one is mine. I'm like, oh, well, I also do it. So now they're going to get mixed up. Sorry, Dad. Anyways, back to nail polish, not my dad's chapstick. I'm like all over the place, and we're barely even started. Yeah, this is just like like I chose this because I just feel like purple, orange, and green, and I guess black, those are like Halloween colors, so that's how I like shoehorned this one in. But then I was like looking at my nasty feet, my giant Cheeto toes, and I was like, this needs a little something more. Like, it can't just be that. And Nick always makes fun of me. My friend Nick's Polish over on Instagram, he always makes fun of me because I'm always buying toppers and then not wearing them. And he's not wrong, but he doesn't have to say it, you know? So I was like, you know what, Nick? In your face, I'm going to wear a topper on my toes. So I just grabbed Hollow Taco's Celestial Lights and I just threw it over the top. And I previously was like, I don't really care for these kinds of toppers because I'll just buy the shimmer version of the polish, but I actually really liked it, and I ended up using another one later in the month, so spoiler alert for that. But it's like a green shimmery topper. I think I have it over a dark color swatched maybe, and if I do, I will pop it up here. But it had like a green shimmer to it, and it looked really cool over the purple, and I enjoyed it, so made my feet a little bit less horrible to look at. On October 4th, I changed up my hands to ILMP's Legacy, and this was a birthday gift from my friend Stacy, who is Quality Nails over on Instagram. She got me some ILMP, and I was like, I gotta wear at least one of these like right away because they were two very stunning greens. It's a really interesting color because like in the bottle, it looks like a murkier kind of gross green, right? But on the nail, it shifts a little more that green gold, if you know what I'm talking about. Almost like an antique gold, but with a hint of moss, I guess, you know? Like it's been sitting in the antique store a little too long. And I did 3 coats for full opacity, so this picture is 3 coats. And even, like, it even has like this orangey red shimmer running through it, which over the top of that goldy green, it was perfect. It was such a good choice. I love when people pick polishes for me, like my polish friends, because they really know what I want. And Stacy did a good job. And I think her best friend out in California actually helped her pick some of them out too. So I was like, all right, these are great. And then I changed my toes again because I was like, why not? We're here. So I swapped my toes to Alisan Fields, which you guys know is such a bop. I love Alisan Fields. It's like, what are the polishes that I'm always talking about? It's like Alisan Fields. I'm always talking about Chin Chili, although I haven't in a while. I put that on my November rack, spoiler alert. What else? I feel like there's another one that I'm always just like, you guys have to have this. But like those are, I feel like those are like Hillary's known for polishes, you know, Alisan Fields and Chin Chili. But I just love it. And I just feel like on the toes, it's such a funny color to wear on your toes because I think a lot of people want like either really clean looking colors on their feet or a neon in the summer or even like white. And I'm like, give me the nastiest, like I want it to look like I just like dragged my feet through the grass kind of a color. And then as if that weren't enough, I was like, let's put another iridescent topper on. So I grabbed Holo Taco's Polar Princess, which I believe is the pink one. And like I said, I never cared about iridescent toppers, but then I wore 2 in a row and I was like, wait, these are actually kind of nice. I think my thing with iridescent toppers is I just only like them over dark colors. And so like in spring and summer, I don't tend to wear a lot of darker colors. So I'm just like, ew, what's the point of these? But then in fall and winter, I can kind of get behind them. Then on October 6th, I was like, time to paint my nails again. And I busted out another ILMP. I chose Eclipse. It's probably my favorite black to red multi-chrome. I just was in a multi-chrome mood. And this is what I mean when I tell you guys, my tastes change constantly. I am a fickle, fickle woman. Ask my boyfriend. He will tell you firsthand about how many things I've told him, I don't like that. I don't like to eat that. And then like 3 days later, I'm eating it. And he's like, Hillary, you just said you don't like bacon. And I'm like, yeah, but I meant that 3 days ago, not today. You know, like I'm one of those types of people where it's like, what I like depends on my mood. And October was a multi-chrome mood for me. And a black to red multi-chrome is such a good color for like October, November. And also, like I said at the beginning, like I get so many compliments on multi-chromes when I'm out and about. Like for me, I guess because like with the indie polish scene, I'm more used to looking at like flakies and stuff with a lot of crazy glitters and being like, wow, those are cool and unique. But when you get to the nail polish normies, as I like to call them, no shade, but like the people who just aren't as in tune with stuff beyond like creams and maybe a shimmer here or there, it blows their mind to see a multi-chrome. And I mean, like, I love a good multi-chrome, obviously. Don't get me wrong, like, they're cool. But to me, they're not the craziest type of polish out there. But, man, like, every single time I bought something, the cash register, like, at the cash register, the cashier would be like, oh my God, what's on your nails? And I'd be like, thank you. Yeah, people love a shifty polish. Okay, then I actually kept that one on for, like, almost a week. And then on October 12th, I busted out my new Fancy Gloss because I got a couple thermals in that and I was like, I gotta get some usage out of these. Now, this one wasn't super Halloween-y, I guess, but I feel like it was like more fall because it's a tri-thermal, which tri-thermals to me are a little bit odd, but whatever. If you were in my polish pickup stream before, I was talking about how I feel like trithermals, this is an oddly specific scenario, but like if you ever watched the Barney movie growing up, like when I was a kid, we went and saw the Barney movie in theaters and they're like trying to get this egg that has like rainbow bands. Maybe I'll pop up a picture because I think about this like once a week. That's my Roman Empire, is the Barney movie rainbow egg. And I feel like this is what a trithermal looks like on your nails, is the Barbie movie rainbow egg. So anyways, I wore Get Out of My Swamp, which it's like brown to green to, there's another color in there. Maybe it's a different color green. I can't remember. It's been a few minutes. But I wore that, and here's my thing. I really liked it. I thought the color was fun and the effect was great. It was a little thick, so I think I need to either thin mine out or work in like way, way, way thinner coats. It could just be a user error. I only wore it the one time, so might need to try again, but it was like just a little bit on the thicker side. So I did take it off after a day. So the next day, October 13th, like I said, I did change. It was Friday the 13th, very spooky. I wore Fair Maiden's nail soup, which I'm a soup girly. So I love a good soup, and I loved the name of that one. And so I changed to that. It's like a flaky, right? Yeah, it's like this greenish gold with some red in it, kind of a flaky. I wear so many polishes, I can't even keep them all straight in my head anymore. Just stunning, perfect for fall. It kind of reminds me of when all the leaves have fallen and they're all over the ground and they're getting a little wet and nasty, and that's kind of what this polish looks like to me. And I wore this one for a couple days, you know. I just was really I really wanted to get through my rack this month, so I was changing and changing and changing my polish. On October 15th, I switched over to a red. Oh my gosh. And I actively was like, I want to wear this. I bought this from Polish Pickup. This is Sweet and Sour. The saw is family. I love Sweet and Sour. Easily one of my favorite indie brands right now. Every time they come out with something, I'm very excited for it. They came out with one collection recently where I'm like, colors are beautiful. Inspiration is a little rough for me, so I don't know if I'm going to buy any of them. However, this color, I saw it, and my friend Stacy, Quality Nails, she swatches for them. I think she swatches everything for them at this point, but she swatches for them, and I saw it on her nails, and I was like, I love that, and so I had to have it. Love it. I love a red with black in it, but this one also has iridescent flakies, which just kind of added like another level to it. And I just remember being in the office at work and just like kept looking at my nails, and I was like, I guess I like reds. I guess I like the reds now. I want to wear more reds on my fall rack, which let me take a picture of so I don't forget. But on my fall rack, I have quite a few reds. I lied, there's like 3, but that's a few. That's a few. 3 is a few. So then I had a nail break that I was trying to rescue. My hair literally cuts my nails. Like, I've got really thick hair and it's just kind of a demon. I should cut it. No, what would I do? My hair is so straight, it like doesn't hold a curl, it doesn't hold a wave. So if I cut it to any length, it's just gonna be straight, and I don't want to have like the Lord Farquaad looking thing. Like, I don't know. It had broken, so I put a patch on it, I put some gel over it, because I was like, I want my nails to last. Like, I don't want to break. Obviously they did, but I put on a flaky balm, and just to kind of like distract from the patch, because I'm not very good at filing down the patch to make it all look smooth. So I put on Garden Path Lacquers. You'll join us someday, because 1, I love that polish. 2, I love the inspiration, which is Over the Garden Wall, which is like an essential fall watch for me. It is such a cute and like heartwarming cartoon, and I watch it at least once a year. Last year I watched it like 3 or 4 times. I just was feeling very nostalgic. But yeah, I wore that for as long as I could. I put that on the 19th, and I didn't change my polish again until the 27th. Like, I was hanging on. Also on my toes, I put on this really, really bright orange that I got from Studio M. It's called Orange Hot, but Rob and I, my boyfriend and I, we call this, like, we had a friend in college who he always wore this really bright orange t-shirt. And I'm not going to say his real name because I don't want to like dox somebody or whatever, but like, let's just say his name was John Smith, right? And I started referring to like bright oranges as John Smith orange because he always wore this bright orange shirt. And so now whenever Rob and I are talking about like a traffic cone kind of orange, we still call it to this day, even though we don't even talk to that guy anymore, we still call it John Smith orange. And so that's what was on my toes, was John Smith orange essentially. And then I was like, well, let me just put another top around my toes, because why not? And I was like, let's do glow in the dark. So I used the Holo Taco glow in the dark top coat, which I swear by that one. Like, that is probably the best and brightest glow in the dark top coat I have. The only issue I have with it is a little bit milky. So if you put it over a dark color, it will kind of change. But over that bright orange, it really didn't dull it. Here's the problem. I do this thing that I can't really help. I've done it since I was a child. I curl my toes, like if these are my feet, I curl my toes under my feet all the time. Like I'm literally doing it right now. I can feel it. Whether I'm sitting or walking, like I've always walked on my toes like that. My parents have said like, this is something you've done since you were a child. I do it inside of my shoe. I don't know, like I went to a physical therapist once and they were like, you walk on your toes, don't you? And I'm like, how can you tell? And they're like, the way you walk is really weird. So as soon as I painted my toes, like, this is why I'm telling you this. As soon as I painted my toes, I wasn't thinking and I curled my toes under and I set my feet down on my carpet. Yes, my carpet. So there may or may not be a lot of orange nail polish on my carpet. Nobody tell my landlord. I'll figure it out. Yeah, so immediately messed those up. Just painted over it again. Why not? And they look fine. I think they're still orange. I think I haven't changed them since then. But yeah, that's just something I've always done. My doctor said it like shortened one of the muscles in like my calf or something. Unfixable at this point. So if you have a child and they walk on their toes, tell them to stop, because they'll have short calf muscles for some reason. I don't know. So then finally on October 27th, I was taking a shower in the morning, as you do. I was washing my hair and I broke 2 more nails. And I was like, well, cutting them all off. So we got these little nubs and they hurt still. It's October 3rd and my fingers still hurt, my fingertips. If you've ever had really long nails, you'll know this feeling, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, your nails get so long that the tips of your fingers stop touching things. Like they cannot physically touch anything. So then when you lose your nails and now your fingers are touching everything, they hurt a lot, which is a really stupid problem to have. So they hurt. And I did end up painting my nails with Polished for Days Jacko Lantern, because that's just a stunning orange. I love it. And I kept that on until actually this morning, when my hair ripped off a ton of the polish from one hand. And I was like, all right, I'm over my hair right now. This is why I wear it in a really crappy bun most of the time. I just like put it in a hair, I call it a hair wad. People call it a messy bun. I call it a hair wad. Put in a hair wad on my head and just wander about my home. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And I'm going to paint my nails because this ain't cutting it. Actually though, I think I kind of like this length for once in my life. I don't know why. I think that maybe I'll keep them a little bit shorter for a while, at least through the winter, see how I feel, because it makes typing a lot easier, makes sewing a lot easier, makes a lot of things a lot easier. So maybe I will keep them just a little bit short. I don't know what you guys think. Every time I break a nail and my nails are short, I get so many people in my comments being like, your nails look so good at that length. And I'm like, stop lying, because I really like long nails, but they are a chore, you know, that you do have to maintain them. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that is everything that I wore in the month of October. I do have my November rack kind of ready to go. It is just kind of like a mishmash of stuff. I just grabbed whatever I wanted. The first thing I grabbed was Butter London's LA Moss or La Moss, because this is like a oxblood. I got some like reds, orange, yellows, green. I have every color. I don't know why I'm like reciting the elf or the rainbow to you. just a lot of stuff that was really calling to me or that I really wanted to wear. So not really a theme for November, just a bunch of fun stuff. So if you are a theme or seasonal wearer, let me know what you're going to wear for November, or if you are not, still let me know what you plan on wearing for November. I don't know, like some people have like, you know, specific polishes for certain holidays. So like obviously we have like Thanksgiving, which I'm not a Thanksgiving person. It's just food. Like, I don't know. My family doesn't really go hard for holidays when it comes to like the theme of a holiday. My family just gets together and eats food. So for me, I'm just like, Thanksgiving, whatever. My grandma can make mashed potatoes any time of year, you know? But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.